Hey, excellent day. I'm gonna try this again. Alright, it says I'm live, so I think I'm live. And there we have it. Let's get right to it. Why don't we do it like that? Sooner or later, we're gonna have to connect the dots. You see the dots there? Yes, we're gonna have to connect the dots sooner or later. Alright? And that is uh, in the terms that I use most of the times we all know about. Going down in space, getting the answer, where the most of the pressure is, where most of the beautiful things are exhibited at all times. Actually, no air up there, okay? Now, the answer comes here to us where least amount of pressure in those two situations, and we have the answer and how to deal with this one down here. What a beautiful thing, those connecting the dots are the planetary movements, stars in the solar system, you see? So again, under that cosmic spell, uh, because of the cosmic spin that we're in. Okay? So spinning in our heads always going on as well from the carbon and copper, pineal cerebral cortex, the return factor. Not an actor, but sometimes we can play any role that we feel like playing. And that's how we get to live. So in that giving an opportunity, as children sometimes we say that's the most powerful times because it's just unbelievable things that we say are going on, and everyone thinks they're invincible at those early ages and stages in their lives. So we get to use that, fuse that, and also the Creator gives us the gift of not getting the bends from having less oxygen to breathe when we're under pressure. Okay, let's give that exchange of INNERG. It's do. All right. So, and that word can rhyme with something else I'm going to deal with, but outer space as a young child. I don't know how young I was. I say child, and I was a young person, and I got to see the space movie film that people are seeing today with the horse head way out in space on the planet, one of those planets or somewhere out in space that they're dealing with now. You see, I saw that as a young person coming out of the so-called East End project. So that powerful message has already been implanted in me using that energy going out in space and get you see the time travel I can use and play with then. Also with going back to your childhood, getting to know what's best for you from the plants. And the plants, I ain't so ferocious. Get the energy from the rock. And there I have the knowledge and understanding to see that and to be all things that I can be in a time when lots of pressure is going on to reference the experience that I have and how it actually lives and comes to life in special moments. Okay, so I think that is one of them to take that energy. That as a child, I saw that movie to know to have an answer in so many years to ask, what was it all about? What does it mean? How does it relate? And today, I can use it in that relationship in a healing way with the green plant life, because that's where the mineral comes to us from that in the chewing in that activity there. Okay, so uh, that's what I like to show in that. All right, so I'm just going to do that. Let's see. I had something I wanted to share, and I keep going with that. All right, so we have that with that. Bam. And moving with that, we have the things that we get to share here on earth, who we are, what we are in that magnificent, powerful, unstoppable, unbelievable you that you are, giving yourself to that, right? So, what are the results? Bam! Beautiful, pressurized moments that are loving, kind, nurturing, first and foremost. Must say that, and that is something that I vowed to commit to, definitely that, and to the attachment to the divine. All those things together uh, complement what I'm doing physically. Yes, those words actually have reverence to that in a much more smooth transition, much more understanding, believable way, regardless of what's going on at the moment. It's not able to be stopped. So, in that flow of energy, in the living today we have here, I did a story um, of the people in Africa, one of the original references to a deity or what's called a god thing, and it was the hippo. And I spoke of the hippo, its ability, the blood, sweat, the iodine, and all that. And they said iodine helps to make you more intelligent or something. Heard that on the introduction of something. And but so the people who lived in that area, who actually had the intelligence and the building apparatuses, were the Twa and the Hotu were the what we call little people, and because there was a video showing these people how they would cross over the river. There were lots of alligators. One of the oldest moves they had made. They built a bridge, a rope bridge, to get back and forth across the river. And instead of just killing the alligators, and doing all that, and so they can cross over like that, instead they built a rope bridge, sliding deal, what they call it. I don't know those things you call it these days, but it also did a story of regrowing limbs, because in an article it showed that this tribe could regrow limbs based on their knowledge of their ancestral selves, and the diet possibly had a lot to do with it, because they would eat hippos just only ritualistic, because they can take one and it would last a very long time. And these were people that were talked about in that story, in that article. Okay, so okay, so you're still with me on that. The Horse Out in Space, that movie that they think so fantastic now. I saw it when I was a young person, coming from the East Indian Project. I don't know if we went to the UALR planetarium things they had, or they had one around by the airport as well. I think one of those we went to, it was participation in one of those places. But it was fantastic. I saw that. I was always interested in that. After that, Blam blew up, and so today I'm related to that in this intimate way. Okay, we have the horse, and on that level, right? So let's move forward to right now. The person I was speaking of to be needing a exchange, movement into something else based on their emotional status and eating habits, right? So one of the things that that is fun when things come to you, man, it's so powerful. It's like, damn, it's really strong. And so the extension of who you are, what you are, I was showing that with the whole two and the twa, that and the horse out in space and the original representation of a deity, all that has meaning. So I'm going with this. Okay, so that's why I did that like that. And the little people with dark skin people, short people. Some people have already got it together, but connecting the dots, okay, the space, planets, and all that, identifying the powerful message that we have to be current with. So we can set the occurrence, which is happening all over again in our full capacity brain function, the liquid capacity message that we send out, okay, always goes up. In that we have the living of today and the let's see, knowing of our emotional status of what we are, what our bodies should be, right? So, an extension of that, I was speaking of the Jewish thing and the things that they're doing, right? And all that. So everyone is an ally, right? Even them that I say things this and that. So locally, we have the chief of police. I say how they're in the mayor, eating emotion eating, so that they're piling on problems. So the positives into seeing that the extension is what? And because you went to Israel to receive that, what's called terrorist training. So, we don't want to be terrorizing people. In our ancestral, it's not to put fear in anyone's heart. Okay? That's 142 negative confessions, 142 negative confessions. So, it's a diet that Israeli, or what I would say Jew people have, what's called kosher diet. You see? Positive, what's the letter? Okay, A, B, C. That's the 11th letter of the alphabet. There I go again. Nova. Supernova. Taking you from one place to the other. Bam! You see? So diet, brother, if you would have got that training, the highest level of training that they could have given you is the kosher diet, which is your diet, African American, or the African and Black man's diet, which Dr. Sadie showed was the best one for us. If you went up within New York City, American Medical Association, Food and Drug Administration, and Supreme Court decision that he showed that our diet is based on a plant-based diet. First person to do that, go up against them and win. See, so those are assurances that the diet that they have to move them forward and to keep them healthy is one of the things that you, chief of the police here in Little Rock, Arkansas, can use to move your life forward and per se, to regrow limbs that you've not seen close up in a long time. Okay, per se, in a joking way, but yet in a serious way that what's needed to make that change. Okay, because that's what they're using, a beautiful diet, and to ensure that their lives move forward in that way. Yes, exactly, and that's what's going on with them. There's no misunderstanding about that at all. As a matter of fact, it's a great understanding of who they are and what they're supposed to be doing.